Good afternoon, YouTube. Xfile2708 back again with another video. Something slightly different, still pickups, but these are I can't say pickups, but yeah, basically they're gifts. So it's a combination of a couple of items from my good friend James. If you haven't seen our latest video, episode 2 of From Horror to Hollywood, is now up on the channel and viewable. So if you haven't checked that out, in this episode, or this latest episode, we're looking at a top 10 non-horrors across the year. So really fun one to do. We just chatted remotely, trying out StreamYard for the first time. And we basically just chatted for close to a couple of hours in the end, all on about our top 10 non-horrors. So, like I say, if you haven't seen that episode, it is up on the channel. Please check it out, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. So yeah, these are gifts. First lot will be a couple of books from my good friend James. Then I've got an item that Ghost Lou very kindly passed me across that he had doubled up on. And then the girlfriend and her lad have passed me some across. So some of them were part of a clear out, and a couple of them were a little swapsy that we did, something that the girlfriend's lad had in his collection for a little while that I'd had my eyes on. And I managed to do a trade with him, and I got the couple of items, and he got something really smart in return as well. So without further ado, guys, let's share with you what James passed me across. James has obviously been into his horror over the years, and he had passed me across a couple of video nasty books, which I was really pleased for James to pass across to me. The first one is, let's have a look. It's called Obscene, Indecent, Immoral and Offensive: 100 years or 100 plus years of censored, banned and controversial films. So there we go. So decent chunky book. Let's have a look. Right, ever since movies were first made, people have wanted to control them. For more than a century, films have been restricted, censored or banned outright in the name of protecting the public from harm. This entertaining and insightful book is the first popular study of films that have earned a special place in history by pushing the envelope with their handling of provocative subjects and themes. Obscene, Indecent, Immoral and Offensive: 100 plus years of censored, banned and controversial films chronicles the history of movies that provoked the ire of groups from local censorship boards to the powerful Catholic Legion of Decency. It shows how the film industry tried to ward off outside control with its infamously strict production code of the 1930s to 1960s and the rating system that continues today. So, yep, looking forward to having a good read through that one. Primarily, let's have a look. Yeah, primarily text-based book, not many examples of photos, etc. But there is a nice one there I saw straight away when I was looking through for the Warriors. There we go. But yeah, really looking forward to having a read of that one. So, yeah, one I'm going to have to dig my glasses out for. Tiny writing. But yeah, that was the first book, guys. So there we go. That's that one. Pop that down there. And the second one is called See No Evil, and Banned Films and Video Controversy by David Kerricks and David Slater. And this one's an even bigger book. There we go. So that's that one. There we go. That's the back of the book. So let's see what this one says. It says, from the authors of Killing for Culture. Right. See No Evil chronicles the phenomenal rise of video culture and examines its alleged associations with criminal activity, containing interviews with the video underground, insightful commentary on contentious movies, analysis of anti-film propaganda, and studies of murder cases supposedly influenced by films. See No Evil is an exhaustive and startling overview of Britain's video nasty culture. So this was a book released by Critical Vision, an imprint of Head Press. So let's have a look. Yeah, it's quite. There's a lot of text, but there you go. It's talking about specific films, if you can see that. And then obviously it shows you a poster. There you go, Terror Eyes. But yeah, looks like it's going to be a really good book as well. So there we go. My first two video nasty books. So thanks very much to James for passing those across. So they'll go nicely. I don't know why I'm pointing down. I've moved things around again on my video nasty shelf behind me as part of the video nasties collection. And then as and when I'm chilling in here, I'll be able to have a read of a chapter or two and learn a bit more about it. So there we go. That's the first two items. Next up is an Xbox One Steelbook from Ghostlu. As I mentioned initially, this is one that he's doubled up on, so he passed it across to me for my collection. A game I've never played before. It is Deus Ex: Mankind Divided. So there we go. Quite a nice steelbook. Yeah, I don't know anything about this one. I've never played any of the Deus Ex series. There's the back of the steelbook. There we go. And there's the inside. So yeah, looking forward to giving that one a try. But yeah, not that I'm going down the steelbook route again for movies and video games, but where I do see a nice steelbook, it's always nice to add the odd one into the collection where it's not stupidly priced, and even better where it's one that Ghostlu's doubled up on and passes me across for free. So no doubt it'll cost me something at some point down the line, so I'm sure he'll call that favour back in soon. So there we go, that's Deus Ex: Mankind Divided. Right, and then these ones, guys, are all ones that the girlfriend and her lad very kindly passed me across from their collection. So from time to time, they have a bit of a clear out. They have a look, decide which ones they want to keep, which ones they're not fussed with, and then the same as myself, they either we swap them between ourselves or donate them to a local charity shop. But yeah, these were all ones that she very kindly passed across to me. So she gave me or sent me a load of photos of ones that they'd bagged up, and I just cherry picked the ones that were of interest to me. So a nice mixture here between Blu-ray and DVD, and a couple of bangers. So first up, movie that I'm a big fan of. Haven't seen this one for quite some time, so it is going to go on the list to rewatch shortly, and it is Grabbers. So this one is an Irish creature feature. But they discover that the only way to protect themselves against the creature is to become drunk in the pub that they're stuck in. I won't say any more than that, but it's a horror comedy. Really good film. One that I've seen a few times. I hadn't got back in the collection so far, so was super happy when the girlfriend said that was one that they were moving on. So there we go. That's Grabbers. Next up, one for myself and Ghost Lou. This was one we watched a few months ago, but it is Absolutely Anything with Simon Pegg. So me and Ghost Lou, massive fans of Simon Pegg, primarily Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz. Run Fat Boy Run is another favourite of ours, but this was one, or certainly for me, that was a first time watch with Ghost Lou a few months ago. And again, it didn't disappoint, thoroughly enjoyed it. So again, it was one that the girlfriend was clearing out, so was more than happy to add that one into my collection. And yeah, that's one that I can rewatch with Ghost Lou coming up. So there we go. That's Absolutely Anything. Next up, classic. I think this is an 80s one, if I recall. I've no idea why I'm looking on the back of the box. I do not have my glasses on today. So there's no chance in hell I'm going to be able to read the tiny writing at the very bottom of the box. But it is Robin Williams in Toys. So haven't seen this one for absolutely donkey's years. But yeah, big fan of Robin Williams in the likes of Jumanji and what was it, Mrs. Doubtfire, Good Morning Vietnam, all of those sorts of movies. Absolutely superb. I even like him. My favourite actually is not a comedy. It's in 1 Hour Photo, if you've ever seen that one. So brilliant thriller that Robin Williams plays the main character. But yeah, looking forward to rewatching this one. Like I say, I haven't seen it probably since it first came out on VHS all those years ago, or I might have seen it on DVD when it first came out. I don't recall, but yeah, it's a long time since I've seen it. So there we go. There's Toys. One that I've never seen before, but quite a cool cover. So this is a Blu-ray and DVD edition. The Amazing Adventures of the Living Corpse. So don't know anything about this one at all, but it looks quite good from the cover and the back of the box. So if anyone has seen this one, then let me know in the comments. I think this is is it an animated? Yeah, it's an animated movie, this one. It says at the bottom on the front, kicking ass and eating brains. So there you go. The underground hit graphic novel comes to undead life. And I'll show you the back of the box. So if it's one that you haven't seen before, it gives you some sort of idea. But yeah, looking forward to giving that a first time watch. So might even be one that I do as one of my 5-minute movie reviews. So I do try to stick to ones that are lesser known and first time watches for me. So I tend to give a slightly better video if I do like an initial review or initial opinion on it. So there we go. There's The Amazing Adventures of the Living Corpse. Next up, one of the bangers. So I'd picked this one up a month or two ago on DVD, but the girlfriend and her lad very kindly passed me across the Nightmare on Elm Street box set on Blu-ray. So absolutely buzzing to get this one back in the collection. It was one that I've had on my CX list to grab for quite some time now. Like I say, I'd picked up the DVD release not too long ago, just to tide me by until I could afford to get the upgrade on Blu-ray. But yeah, this one was very kindly passed across to me as part of their clear out. So obviously, let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think this is. There you go. So the original first 7 Nightmares, and it's the 5-disc collection. And it says on disc 5, in tiny writing, over 3 hours of special features, including the all-new retrospective Fear himself, the life and crimes of Freddy Krueger. So really looking forward to checking that one out. I do enjoy myself a good horror documentary. So there we go. That's that one there. Not that you can probably see a lot, but you might be able to pause it, screenshot it and zoom in if you want to see what's on that one. So there we go. Nightmare on Elm Street collection on Blu-ray. Next up, this was one that the girlfriend picked up from a local charity shop for me. So sometimes when she's on her way back from work, she calls into the local charity shop, has a little look-see, and, you know, she'll message me if she sees anything that she thinks might be of interest. And she very kindly picked me up Horns with old, what's his name, Daniel Radcliffe, isn't it? Yeah, Daniel Radcliffe. So this was one that I used to have on Blu-ray previously, but it was one that I wanted to get back in the collection, and more than happy to add it in on DVD for now. So there we go, Horns. Right, these next two were a trade that I did with the girlfriend's lad. Thankfully the disc is in there, so we're not having the same issues that we have with the CX. So I traded a pop vinyl for these two. The second one was primarily the main item that I wanted, but the girlfriend knew that I was after a particular DVD as well, and she had got it, and she said you might as well have it in your collection as part of the trade. So the girlfriend's lad got a Blacklight boxed pop vinyl that he was after, that I was clearing out of my collection. So I'm only keeping hold of my Killer Clowns pops. At the minute you can't see them, but they're on the shelf above behind. So but yeah, I managed to get this DVD, which is Dead Man's Shoes, which is Paddy Considine. So it's one that I'd wanted to get back in the collection for quite some time. I'd seen a few people selling bundles of DVDs with this one in, and you know, they were like £20-25 for the bundle, but there was a lot of fodder amongst that, those bulk lots of DVDs, you know, stand-up comedy that wasn't my cup of tea, Disney DVDs and all of that sort of thing. So I'd put it on my Music Magpie list to grab at some point. The girlfriend knew that it was one that I was after, and she said, there you go, you can have that with this other item for the pop vinyl that I was trading with her lad. So looking forward to rewatching this one. So this one won't be going on the shelf behind. This one's going on my my pile to watch later on this week. So there we go, Dead Man's Shoes. It is one I've seen before, and it's a brilliant film. So looking forward to rewatching that one. And then the main trade that I was after from the girlfriend's lad was, there we go, Human Centipede, first sequence and full sequence. So the first and second movies on Steelbook. So if I, let's see, yeah, it's still got the J card on it, but yeah, look at that for a Steelbook. Creepy ass guy. So big fan of the first two Human Centipede films. Not everybody's cup of tea, as you know, I'm more than aware, but I do enjoy the first and the second one for what they are. I can stomach all kinds of messed up movies, and yeah, I can watch these time and time again. They don't well. I shouldn't really say they don't disturb me at all, but I mean they're not as uncomfortable a watch for me as a lot of people find them. So I've seen all sorts over the years. I've seen Serbian film and Antichrist and all of those sorts of disturbing movies, and Human Centipede 1 and 2 certainly fall into that category. I absolutely hated Human Centipede 3. Such a good premise with it being set in a prison, but very poorly executed, and the fact that they tried to turn it into a comedy really annoyed me. Yeah, the first two obviously super serious and close to the knuckle, or way past the knuckle with the subject matter. But yeah, big fan of these two, and yeah, to grab it on DVD, I think it's DVD Steelbook. Oh no, it says Blu-ray there. Let me just open this and see. What have we got here? DVD. Ah, there we go. Okay, so it's 2 DVDs. I hadn't realised this was the Blu-ray release. So this was the one that, well, not this particular Steelbook, but I did have this edition in my collection before I had my big clear out a few years ago. So yeah, that's the DVD and the Blu-ray of first sequence and the second one full sequence. So yeah, 4-disc special edition. So there you go. I've gone from being really happy to grab it back in the collection, thinking it was DVD Steelbook, to being super happy that that it's the Blu-ray edition as well. So there we go. That's that one. So yeah, many thanks to the girlfriend's lad for sorting me out that trade. I know you were more than happy with the Blacklight pop vinyl that we traded, and I'm super happy with both of those. So thank you very much, matey. And then the last 3 guys, so just over 20 minutes, so we're not doing too bad. Again, these were ones, the first 2 are ones that the girlfriend passed across as part of their clear out. So we have the Resident Evil trilogy. So this is Resident Evil Apocalypse, and Resident Evil Extinction. So this is the DVD release with some slippy action. There we go. So that's that one, Resident Evil trilogy. And then Resident Evil Afterlife. So don't mind the Resident Evil films at all. So I haven't seen them for quite a long time now. So yeah, that's the trilogy, and I think this one must be the 4th movie. I can't recall if they've done any of the ones after these, but certainly 4 Resident Evil movies into the collection. So there we go. That's Afterlife. And then the last one, the girlfriend very kindly picked me this one up. Myself and Ghost Lou had seen it in a local British Heart Foundation. He'd said to me, oh yeah, that's supposed to be really good. I'd grabbed a few other things, but I left that one behind. Got back later on in the day, thought, oh, I'll check that on IMDb. Watched a trailer, and the rating for it was really good as well. So the girlfriend said, when I'm in town next, if you haven't been in since, then I'll grab it for you, and I'll pass it you across, which she very kindly did. So there we go. We have Boys in the Hood special edition. So anyone else a fan of this one, let me know in the comments. So again, it's one that I'll potentially do as a 5-minute movie review, because it is a film that I haven't seen before. But yeah, from looking on the trailer, it looks really good. So not necessarily one that people would expect I'd have an interest in, but yeah, certainly from watching the trailer, it looks that little bit different, and something that I think will be a decent watch. So there we go. That's Boys in the Hood. So that's the gifts completed for now, guys. So that empties another bag that I'd got over there, the other side of the movie room. So I think I've got maybe 2, 3, 4, another 6 bags still to show, which are DVD and Blu-ray pickups. But yeah, I'll just do videos for those as and when I can. But for now, many thanks to James, the girlfriend, and her lad, and Ghost Lou for those awesome gifts. Some really nice additions to the collection. So that's my video for today, guys. As always, please remember to like, comment and subscribe and all that good stuff. And I'll be back later on in the week with another video. Bye for now.